Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2-3. Solo D. DWA, we gonna do it like this. Look. Get back to the season, yeah, it's time for 2-3. Miami sportsman on fire, kicking ass like Bruce Lee. Tua hit the weight room and got his tribe on his sleeve. Got some goals on his list that he gotta achieve. Matt D with the schemes, he supplying the dream. Brought in Vic for defense, we bout to hunt for the ring. Buffet boys hit squad, we ain't thinking about Rodgers. Only Hall of Famer we acknowledge this year's Thomas.
What an unreal play by Zach Thomas.
Legendary at the crib, what we do is historic. Ain't won a ring in 50 years, but not one season been born. We been steady building up, they been sleeping and snoring. We been repping for that aqua, plus that green and the orange. 305 South Florida, we the reason it's storming. Since we picked up Tyreek, why should our speed been important? Waddle Passion ain't gon' dance like a penguin when scoring. Running backs, run it back, O-line don't want no sacks. They reload in beast mode to protect the quarterback. CBS recorded that, in the world syndicated. Put the league on notice, now they all intimidated. Took some L's from injuries, but now them boys rejuvenated. When they lining up against you, running through you, you gon' hate it. All the fans gon' debate it. Compare and contrast, the same conversation on a different podcast. I'm a Dolphin for life. 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 Who that?
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep. DWA, that's Dolphins with attitude. MSM, that's Miami Sports Music. Make sure you subscribe.
This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers, let's go.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show. Woo! It's Throwback Thursday, baby. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. What is going on? I am your host, Stephen Daniels. You can follow me on all social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love, man. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. I want to say good morning to my Finlaws and my family. That's right, family. Super excited to be doing this today. We got a great show lined up for you today. You can follow Miami Sports Music everywhere at Miami Sports Music, except on Twitter or X, formerly Twitter, at MIA Sports Music. On your way in this morning, do me a big favor. Hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up. We can't grow without your help. And share the link. Share the link. Let people know that we're live. If you go to YouTube, there's a little button that says share it. Go to Twitter, go to Facebook, go to Instagram, do a story, do a post, whatever you're going to do, just share the link. Let people know that we're live right now, especially all your fellow Finlaws out there in the world. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I don't know what you're doing with your life. Just subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to hit the subscribe button. That way you get notified anytime Miami Sports Music goes live or Solo D drops a new track or whatever it is that we're doing, you get notified, okay? So make sure you guys hit the bell notification when you do that, so that way you get notified when we go live. Hey, on your way in, if you want to sign up to become a member of the family, make sure y'all do that. Sign up today. If you go in the description below, you'll see a membership link, and you guys can sign up to become members of the family. That's right. I would love to get 2 new members to the channel today. We added 3 new members to the channel yesterday, and my goal every day is to get 2 new members added to the channel. So if you used to be a member or want to be a member, sign up today. It's in the link in the description below. You'll see membership. Go ahead and do that. If you want to help the channel grow by donating to the channel monetarily, if you're able to, there's a couple different ways you can do that. You can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $ below the bottom of the chat. Right there, you see a little box. You see the $ in it. You can hit it. It says Super Chat or Super Sticker. If somebody wants to test it out right now, I won't be mad at them. And you guys can do that right there. And it's going to be good stuff. Also, hey, look, you can also donate on Cash App or PayPal, $MSM Podcast Network, or use the QR code that's right on your screen, or MSM Podcast Network, or use the QR code that's right on your screen. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports, the #1 place to get your cards, jerseys, balls, and hard to find items. Make sure you call ZSM Sports today. Follow them on Instagram at SportsZSM. Get in touch with Zach. He is the man. He will take care of all your needs. Less is more events, Lime tickets. If you give them a call today at 202-930-3533, they will get you back in touch with everything. Hey, just so you know, I finally did talk with Shawnee yesterday, Ken's widow. And she assured me that Lime is up, and I really didn't even care about talking about business. I just wanted to make sure she was doing okay. As we lost Kenny, who owned Lime Less is More events, and his wife, him and his wife own the business, and so she's going to keep the business going. It's still there. But we do miss Kenny, and we're planning on doing some stuff in his honor this year. We're trying to get that together. So I told Shawnee, we're here if you need anything or anyone. That Miami Sports Music was part of the family, and we just wanted to reach out and extend that to her. And it was good to hear from her. She's doing okay. She's she's doing all right. And so it was really good to hear her voice yesterday. And, I look forward to being able to help her and do more for her as we move forward. Our last sponsor, Tailgreeter. Download the app today on your current Crapple or Android devices, whatever it is that you got. You download the app today. And a reminder, follow Tailgreeter at TAILGREETER on social media. And they will be able to get you to the hottest tailgates around. East 32 Dolphins Tailgate is the place to be at Hard Rock Stadium. If you download the app or go to tailgreeter.com, type in East 32 Dolphins Tailgate, and you'll get access to the best tailgate at Hard Rock Stadium for all the Dolphins home games this year. All right, we got a great show lined up for you today. We had to pivot and do a little bit of a thing. We had we had the Dolphins. We had Cameron, who's usually up here on Thursdays, and Cameron had a last-minute work thing that he needed to do, and Tamaris was not able to join us because she got a last-minute invitation to Fashion Week in New York City, and I think Fashion Week trumps clock blockers probably. So I had to call the bullpen. And I brought in one of the best pitchers, aka podcast host in the land. We haven't done anything really official, I don't think, ever really. So this is exciting. He's been on the show plenty of times, but he's never been an official co-host before. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me bring in from the Fins Tailgate, my man, El Capitan.
Yeah, boy. Gotta bring in the heater. Gotta bring in the heater, boys. Gotta bring in the heater.
They weren't here, so I'd have been like, hey man, what's up? What's good? What's up, man?
Caught me on a good day, dog. Caught me on a good one too, boy. Caught me on a good one.
A couple of weeks, I'm like, dude, we need to do something. Are you busy? Dude, I'm working, man. I'm out here working.
Yeah.
And I called you up today, and you're like, bro, I'm working from home.
Yeah,
like,
boy.
Do some stuff for you today. So what's good, man? How you been? What's up? How are things over there at the Fins Tailgate?
Tailgate's been, choppy, as we go, but it's been great, man. The team has expanded. The network is growing. Website is active. Lots of stuff, man. I got too many irons in the fire. Not gonna lie, I've kind of spread myself pretty thin. But it's good to have a good team around me that a lot of guys help with holding a lot of the water. So it's how hard this is, man.
I do, and we're quote unquote brother stations or sister stations, whatever you want to call it. I feel like we are. We do, we your guy, Lewis is over here on Mondays with me. Shake Money and Lewis are gonna host one of the shows while I'm moving to Mississippi, and your whole team is family over here, and we love them.
Oh yeah, we take that community very seriously at the Tailgate, bro.
And that's one of the things that drew me to you. You and I have had a lot of phone calls behind closed doors. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, Cap is all about the community. He's all about growing. And he's about the fans, which is what I'm about. So, it's always been a great friendship with you, man. So
I agree.
I'm excited to do this show with you today, man. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Well, first things first, man, Throwback Thursday's a little bit crazy. So what we do during football season is we do NFL Pick'ems. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do NFL Pick'ems, all right? So I don't know if you have a pen or a pencil, but I do. So I think I'm going to try to – Oh, you do? All right, because Cameron usually does the writing. So you know what? You're gonna have to keep track of who we pick, me and you today, so that we can look over it next week and see how good each other is at that point. You there? Did you just freeze on me? I think El Capitan just froze on me. I think the internet monster got El Capitan. All right, well, while we're waiting for El Capitan to go out and come back in, I hope that y'all are good and y'all are sitting here with me. I don't know what happened to El Cap. The Matrix got El Cap, man. Cap, where did you go? Where did you go, Cap? Hopefully he'll go out and come right back in. I think that'll be it. I love how the internet monster always works or doesn't want to work when we need it to work. It's always fun that way. Let me say hello to the people in the chat before we get going. And I get to bring in Cap back in here. Let me say hello to people in the chat this morning. First person in here this morning was Matt C. Good morning, Matt C. What's up, man? I don't know if you've ever been first on the chat, but shout out to you, my guy. Super excited. Lewis A. Should be a great show. The Fins Tailgate is in the building. Let's effing go. Love it. What's up? That's Cap. Manza Chill's in the building. Bob Young is in the building. Shake Money. Pete's Takes. Pete, man, I know they're coming after you out there. They're gunning for you out there, Pete. Don't keep your head up, my guy. Keep your head up, man. Don't duck from these shots fired to you, man. We all know that Skyler's the number 3 quarterback. Okay, don't beat yourself up about it, Pete. Who else we got up in here? Gabriel Sosa is in here. What's up, Gabriel? How are you doing, man? Hope you're good this morning. Kobayashi. Oh, I like it. Kobayashi. I like it. Who else we got up in here this morning? Corey Walker is in the building. CB83, my guy, CB83 is in here. Suedo Spike, Adam Sadowski. Let's see here. He said Cap for Life is in here. Rome 77. And let me see who else we got up in here. Let me say, I want to make sure I say hello to everybody so far. Crypto. I didn't say crapto. I said crypto. I would never say crapto. Would never, ever, 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 ever say that, crypto. Who else we get? Ryan AP is in the building. Steven, you called the Wolf Pack. You daggone right I called the Wolf Pack. I had to get him up in here. The internet got you.
Bro, I swear, now that it's week 1, the internet has been spotty at best. Been running good all off season. And listen, I'm a big time conspiracy guy. I feel like something's happening.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
They're trying to censor us, man. The internet, they out here to get us, Cap.
They're like, this guy is draining too much internet. We need to figure a way for him to pay more money.
Slow down, there. Slow down. Let me finish saying hello. We got Dolphins State of Mind in here. Daniel Taylor is in the building. What's up, Daniel? How are you? Von 954, my brother, not Von. Love Von 954.
You're
man. Newfoundland, Zach Turk is in here. Mudbone is in the building. What's up, Mudbone? Taz 88. Finn's in the house. Canes Heat. James Hammock. Oh boy, there. We'll talk about Armstead. We'll get into all that today. And I think we're all set up. Roger Goodell's burner. I think we're all caught up. Hello, everybody. All 96 people, hit the like button, share the link. Let's get 200 people in here this morning. All right. So what we normally do on Thursdays is we do NFL Pick'em. So I need you have to have a side for me and a side for you. We're going to go to all games, and we're just going to pick them straight up. We're not doing point spread. We're not doing over-unders. We might talk about it a little bit, but we're going to dive into each and every game. We're going to save the Dolphins game for last. And then we'll just kind of go over what we think for the week, any other major predictions we might think or see. And then that'll be your NFL week 1 pick'ems. And then next week we'll go over it again. And you're always welcome to come back. And I'll go head to head with you this week, which I'm excited about. I've never gone head to head to you again.
New member in the building.
Hey, man. New member, Ryan AP. What's up? I like it, Ryan AP. There we go. We need one more new member to get our goal of 2 new members today.
No more.
Ryan AP. I'm excited about it. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, let's dive into this, man. You ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Tonight, week 1 opens up. NFL season is here, baby. Detroit Lions, Kansas City Chiefs. First of all, let me just say this should be the Dolphins Chiefs in Kansas City to open up the year. That's just how I feel about it. But neither here or there.
Well, if you think about it here, the Germany game as the push to become an international game, they want superstars out there. They want Tua Tagovailoa versus Patrick Mahomes rolling it out for all of Europe to enjoy the greats. So I understand it.
Okay. All right. Well, and by the way, I'm going to have one other person join us for the pick'ems as well. So don't be alarmed when I bring up this person. So add one more space for the pick'ems here. Here's my thought. My thought for this week tonight is the Travis Kelce thing kind of came out of nowhere, right? You know, they're saying that he's a game time decision. They tested out the knee today. I know you're the conspiracy guy, but it's a little strange that he's hurt, he's not hurt. He messed with his ACL. His ACL is intact. I've gotten conflicting reports in the last 48 hours about Travis Kelce. If you do fantasy football and you have Travis, you're like, what do I do? I would hate to be in that position, but it's going to be, look, here's the thing. It's going to be a good game because Detroit's a good football team. They're a good football team. Dan Campbell's got that team on the up and up. You agree?
And the defense has made a bunch of additions, not only through the draft, but listen, I think their defense is going to be much improved. Much improved.
All right. All right, we're going to bring in one more person for NFL Pick'ems. I hit him up the last couple of days to see if he could get on, and he's going to come here. He's going to hang out with us. Ladies and gentlemen, to be the third person, because we usually have 3 people for NFL Pick'ems. It's usually me, Cameron, and Tamaris. So today, our Tamaris is going to be Mr. Clanging and Banging Von.
Tamaris.
What's up,
Listen, I probably am fine enough to get into Fashion Week, but I didn't get an invite. So I think
after me, Vaughn. After myself, let's be real.
But listen, I have to get on here because I need to keep you 2 even kill because I don't know.
What are you talking about? Even
kill? What you talking?
Yeah.
I mean,
are we getting Bonjo or Sponjo?
Y'all hopium dealers out here.
We are, baby. Exactly. Hey man.
Now I'm Mr. Hopium. Last season I was the biggest hater in the community. Now I'm the Hopium guy. I don't know, man. Pick a side, everybody. Pick a side.
Listen, what do you want from this man? You've been talking to Steven too much. That's the problem.
No. I make assessments, and you know what, Von Joe, if you want to catch them slipping, you got to give enough rope for them to get tangled up and just get in there, buddy. I'm bringing them in close.
Ain't no slipping. I just hog tie them.
Nah, see, I'm not trying to get one. I'm trying to get them all.
All right, Von Joe. Let's start with this week. Let's start with tonight. Tell me your thoughts on the Detroit Lions Kansas City Chiefs game tonight.
I'm actually excited about this because I always dubbed Patrick Mahomes as one of the god tiers of quarterback, and I always get pushed back that, hey, with Kelsey is what helps make him. That all of a sudden it wasn't Tyreek Hill that was making Mahomes. I still say Kansas City opens it up and with a win because I just don't trust Detroit for nothing.
You don't trust? Why don't you trust Detroit?
Ask El Capitan how much I trust Detroit.
He doesn't trust Detroit. We've had this. I lost a bet to him last year. Again, I think it was a year early on my bet because Detroit's going to be something to be reckoned with this year. I believe their offense was great. Just the defense let them down at times.
I think they can win the division this year. I think they're.
I think so. Oh yeah. I mean, dude, what's Green Bay going to do? The only thing they got to worry about is the Vikings.
Minnesota's got Kirk Cousins, and I love Kirk, but Kirk can't. Kirk's going Kirk. Which he's
got probably the best wide receiver in the game right now, though, too.
I get that. I understand. And I'll get a great Pro Bowl out of Kirk Cousins, but that's about it. I'm not getting deep into the playoffs or I'm definitely not getting a division win with them. And then the fourth team there, Chicago. Look, I love Justin Fields. Don't get it twisted. I think Justin Fields is an MVP candidate this year. But
I mean, 3,000 yards a season ain't going to do it, Doug. Passing, anyhow.
I think Detroit's the best put together team all around in the division. I think there are other spots like
I think not only do they win the division, I think they make some noise in the playoffs in the NFC because NFC this is the year for it.
I'm telling you right now, I think Detroit wins tonight. I have Detroit tonight.
I got Detroit too.
Yeah, man. I got
Detroit. See, I'll be the counterbalance. See, this is exactly why I needed to be here because we're not doing this to KC and Mahomes and one of the god tiers of quarterback. Jared Goff, no.
But let me ask you: if Kelsey doesn't play tonight, do you still feel the same way about it, Von Joe?
I don't think it affects it that much, to be honest.
100%. I still feel about it. Still feel the same way about it because you've seen him what he could do with other receivers and weapons because he has the ability to extend plays and just make things happen out of nowhere. So,
I mean, Von Joe, it's not too dissimilar from other great quarterbacks that have played in the game. They elevate talent. They draw out. Yeah, they make guys. They don't get broken by losing them.
Exactly. So Mahomes for the win.
So I'll tell you why I'm picking Detroit. Okay? Yep. Not for nothing. And it now have nothing to do with Kelsey. Kelsey could play. I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think that Detroit tries Dan the Man Campbell does everything in his human power to not only prove that this team is legit. This might be them peaking early because you know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying that the Chiefs get caught slipping a little bit and edged out in a game by, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3 points, however it ends up.
I would say a nail biter, but we know how. I would say a nail biter, but with Dan Campbell, it's probably gonna be an ankle biter or a knee biter, biting kneecap.
Yep.
You know how you get
butt cheek biter. You know how that's the good one.
Yeah, you know how he gets down.
Yeah.
Look. I'll say this just real quick. I think Detroit's gonna show the world tonight that they're legit and they deserve to be a force to be reckoned with this year in the NFL. So it's gonna be a coming out party for them.
I agree. They're gonna show the world with a loss.
No.
But they're still going to show that they're legit. It's a close game, but it's going to be an L.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen at all. All right, let's go to the next game, man.
Wait, who's writing this down? Oh, Capitan, you got this?
I am
writing this down.
Okay.
The battle for Ohio, Cincinnati versus Cleveland. 1 o'clock kickoff in Cleveland. Von Joe, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts about Cincinnati and
I hate this game so much. If I was a betting man, I will avoid this game at all costs because you have Watson coming off a year of rust, right? Got a little warm up. You have Burrow that barely played.
Give me a second, boys.
Preseason.
Yep.
No worries. We have Burrow that barely played during the preseason, so he might be a little rusty, right? coming off that little calf situation. I'm gonna go with Watson and the Browns. I don't even know what a Brown is. I don't even know what the.
I don't even know what a Brown is except
Yeah.
the stain on my
Exactly.
toilet seat. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. After a cup of coffee, that's the only Brown I know.
That's the only Brown
I
that I know.
I was gonna say you're a messy dude, Steven. You have to control it.
Look, here's the thing, man. So let's look at kind of both teams, right? Cleveland having Deshaun Watson and just kind of seeing what they're. I just don't think they have an identity yet, and I have to be honest with you. I'm not sold on Deshaun Watson at all, personally. I for no other reason than he played at the end of last year, and I understand it was still about coming back and being a part of what was going on. But if I had to think about it, I'm not sold on them because they're the Browns at the end of the day, and there's no reason for me to think that Deshaun Watson is the guy that's going to sit there and turn it around. Now, with that being said,
I'm not going to give you pushback on that.
No, go ahead, push back.
No, I can't. I can't give you pushback on that. It is what it is. I mean,
yeah. Look, they gave that man $200 million or whatever it was, $180 million guaranteed.
It was a lot of money. It was a lot of money.
And I don't think he's going to do anything. I mean, he's going to struggle to win a playoff game there. Deshaun is good. I'm not denying his talent, but who else is there in Cleveland?
No, I mean, they have Amari Cooper.
Okay, who hasn't been great since his days in Oakland.
They still have that stud of a running back, Chubb.
Nick Chubb is great. I do like Nick Chubb, right?
Yeah.
Nick Chubb is good.
That defense might be coming back, but if Watson goes back to that playmaker form that he was when he was his last year at the Texans, right? They could make some noise in that division. They definitely can. It's just really, I don't know. I have the last time I seen Watson, and we live in the world of what have you done for me lately, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're only as good as your last performance. It
Correct.
wasn't that great. The last 6 games of him coming back off that suspension didn't look that good. The beat writers are very high on him. They said that he looks like he's back to form. But again, that's the preseason and that's practice. I don't know what you got to do during the real season.
Now, Cincinnati, that's a whole other story, right? Cincinnati, he's got Joe Burrow. He's an MVP candidate. They've been to a Super Bowl in the last couple of years. They're AFC championship contenders. They're Super Bowl contenders. Let's be real about it, right? So I think Cleveland stomps them. I mean, I think Cincinnati stomps Cleveland. And I got to be honest with you, I don't even think the game's close. I don't know what the point spread is on it, but if I was betting them,
you don't think Burrow's gonna have a little rust on him?
No, Burrow's coming out firing on all cylinders, man. He's good.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Burrow is one of my I have like 5 or 6 players at the beginning of the season that I think could be potential MVPs, and Burrow's up there, 100%.
I was gonna say, don't tell me he's a dark horse because he's very far from.
No, he's not a dark horse. I'm just saying, yeah. I think that Burrow's an MVP candidate by all stretches of the imagination. So I have Cincinnati beating Cleveland big. What about you, Capitan?
So let's see here. I'm putting that. I mean, listen, there is something to be said. Cleveland's under the gun right now with paying Deshaun Watson what they did. Deshaun Watson also, to get out of the shadow, been real quiet on that front. If he wants to win back all the love he had before, he's got to start. But that being said, I think Cincinnati and Burrow put it on them. I just think, going to be enough growing pains to prevent that from happening. So I'm going to say that. And listen, it is a little personal because I have Joe Burrow in my fantasy. And I need this to win. But I think Cincinnati takes care of business. They've been a great team, dude. I mean, listen, since Joe Burrow
is on that game by chance.
I don't. I can't imagine it being much.
Yeah,
it can't be much.
Really, it's got to be. It's probably pretty close to maybe
more than 5. It's got to be more than 5.
Are they in Cincinnati?
They're in Cleveland, but I don't think Cleveland's. We're talking about Cincinnati, man.
Well, you get 3 points. I would say it's probably plus 2.5 right now.
Tell us what the point spread is for that game. I would be interested to know. I think it'd be I'd be interested to know.
What did Von Joe pick?
Von Joe picks Cincy.
I pick Cleveland because I'm kind of like you. I'm kind of like you that I have Watson as my fantasy quarterback because I picked quarterback late. So
okay, all right. See,
let me ask you, if John Watson wasn't your quarterback, would you still pick Cleveland?
Probably because again they're under the gun, so they have to perform. Steven,
are you kidding me?
They're super under the gun. They're super.
If they
way.
if they get blown out,
Joe, that might be your worst pick of the day. I'm just letting you know. That might be your worst.
Steven, if they get blown out week 1, Cleveland will crumble.
Browns are favored by 2? No way.
I told you.
No way Browns are favored by 2.
Hey.
This is, by the way, I haven't gambled since August 13, 2017, but that game right there does tell me.
That is true.
I'm looking at bet. Man, let me tell you that Browns are favored by 2.
Yeah,
Cincinnati has one of the best wide receiving cores in the NFL. It's what I hear all the time.
Hold on, Steven, not 2 by 2.5. Bet 365 and FanDuel got the Browns by 2.5.
Oh my goodness!
2.5 points. So call it 3.
I don't know what
I'm gonna make some money. I'm gonna make some money.
Thinks they know, but man, underdogs like Cincinnati's an underdog against Cleveland. I am flabbergasted by that. I'm sorry.
The team that was just in the Super Bowl a blink ago and been in the AFC Championship since being arriving to the NFL. I don't know what's going on here.
Deshaun Watson. I mean, the beat writers have been very high on Deshaun Watson. They said that he looked like he's back to form.
Somebody's saying it's Cincinnati by minus 2.5. Is it Cincinnati?
It said Cleveland Browns plus 2.5.
All right,
so they're giving Cleveland 2.5 points.
So yes. All right, hold up. See, come on now. Y'all are this is why I asked. Thank you. So Cleveland is not favored.
So which one is it?
And remember, they're in Cleveland. So really, that's a 5.5 point.
Gambling 101 here. If you see a minus in front of the number, that is the favored team. If you see a plus, they're the underdogs.
All right, so
they're the underdogs.
Okay? As you can see, I don't do gambling. Also,
hey, look, man, you're learning. You're learning. Okay.
So Cincinnati is actually favored.
Let me tell you, I was about to lose my mind that if Cincinnati was an underdog, I was about to be like, "What the hell is Vegas doing?" No. Okay. All right.
So Cleveland is plus 2.5. So
that makes
Cincinnati
more sense.
is favored by 3.
Okay.
You said by 5.
Oh, dude, I still think they're going to win by a touchdown. I think they're going to win by a touchdown. I don't think the game, to be real, I don't think the game's going to be close. I think Cincinnati's going to demolish them.
But if it's going to be close, again, Cleveland has a running game in Chubb and Watson.
I mean, that's fair. So, I get that. That's fair.
That alone could keep the game close.
That's fair. I'll give it to you, but I don't think that's going to be the case. All right, let's go on to the next game. Houston at Baltimore, 1:00 in Baltimore.
Let's
be honest.
Come on.
Houston by landslide.
Von Joe, tell me what you think.
I was going to say Houston by landslide, but let's be honest. No, that's going to be a blowout.
It's going to be a blowout.
Baltimore is just way too. I mean, that offense is reloaded. They gave
Lamar Jackson's got a chip on his shoulder. You think, right?
Yeah, I mean,
he got the bag. He got to prove that money.
He's got to prove the money.
They have that whole saying, "Big trust in Baltimore" when it comes to Lamar Jackson, and they literally back that up, and they putting all the trust in him. They signed him to that big contract. They got him all the weapons that he needs to go ahead and do what he needs to do. So at this point, he just needs to go ahead and.
I got offered tickets to go to the game on Sunday, and I was like, "No, thank you. No, I'm not going." I mean, first of all, I got to pack, and I'm getting ready to move.
That's the only reason why you're going. That's the only reason you're not going.
No, you think I want to go see Baltimore kill Houston? No, thank you. I'm good.
Free tickets.
And by the way, there were good seats too. They were behind the Houston bench, and I was like, "Oh, no." I'm good. Don't need to go.
I want to see the misery in that.
I offered free tickets to go to Baltimore, Houston, and I said no, thank you.
And that rookie quarterback, he is not ready to go against that Baltimore defense. No, Baltimore by a landslide.
What's the point spread on them? What's the point spread on that game?
Let me take a look here.
We got to teach Von Joe all this point spread stuff. Cap.
Listen, I only need to learn once. All right, I got it now.
That's what learning is. Once you got it.
Yeah. They got the Ravens by 10.
They got the Ravens minus 10 points.
Wow. 10. Yeah.
Wow.
That makes sense, though.
That's across the board.
It's two-score game.
Can real quick, just as a side note, Cap.
Caesar Sportsbook, BetMGM, FanDuel, DraftKings, BetRivers all have them by -10, by 10.
Can you explain to me, Cap, why people are still saying that Jacksonville isn't necessarily going to run away with that division? There's no team in that division that's good besides
nobody stands a shot.
Titans have a chance. Hold on. Titans have a small chance to make some noise, but
they only because of Derrick Henry. That's the only reason why.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's why I said.
Well, they got DeAndre Hopkins too. They got DeAndre.
Yeah. Ooh. Who's throwing them the ball?
Hopkins didn't move the needle for me at all.
I've been playing quarterback for us for 7 years.
I didn't trust him here. I still don't trust him now. I don't trust him anywhere, boy.
Hey, one thing we know about
Houston will kill your hope. We all think Ravens over Houston, right? That's unanimous.
Yeah, no, I already wrote it down. I wasn't even going to wait for it all. Okay. I already wrote it down.
I wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Do you think they cover the spread, Cap?
I mean, listen, if I was betting on it, yes, I would take the points, but I could see junk time, you know what I'm saying, or something to that effect. Listen, Houston's got some talent. They're young. They've got some key guys. They brought Ward as their safety to be the guy on defense over there, but he's questionable in the game, so who knows if he'll play. But look, they're gonna be a improved team, but let's not act like this isn't a team that's building from the ground up right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't trust their quarterback. I think he's extremely. All I know is that if I was one of these linebackers, I'd be licking my chops to get my hands on that kid, because that is a guy I could disrupt the game with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's just a small dude, bro.
By the way, real quick, you talked about the injury list. The tweet of the day yesterday was by Andrevius, who said, "Why do the Dolphins injury report always look like a CVS receipt?" And I
died when I saw that.
I loved it. Shout out to Andrevius for that tweet. All right, let's go to the next game, man. Tampa Bay in Minnesota. Tampa Bay starting Baker Mayfield. It's not prime time for Kirk Cousins. What do y'all think? Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Banjo. What do you think?
Steven, non-prime time Kirk Cousins?
Non-prime time Kirk, baby. Non-prime time
Kirk. Give me Kirky for the win. Come on, non-prime
How you like that? What did he say?
You like that?
You like that? You like
you
that,
like it?
Man?
Yeah,
I like it.
Give me my cousins for the win.
Give me my cousins for the win. I like it. Okay, Banjo, I see what you did there. Cap, what do you think, man? What do you think about Vikings, Buccaneers?
You know,
Vikings, Buccaneers.
It's hard to think. Listen, Tampa still has a lot of talent. Just seems like the team's old everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And Baker Mayfield, he can surprise you. He catch you slipping. He could have a game. I just don't think they're going to beat the Vikings. Let's be real. Vikings are doing everything in their power to compete for this division. Who knows? Brian Flores now over there with their defense. He could have him, whipped up into shape. I seen him make a great defense out of a lot of nothing. So if that defense can even, start to build to what I know he's going to do with it, they have weapons on offense. They're gonna work them, bro. Let's call it like it is. They're gonna get worked.
Vanjo, why I'm going, look at the point spread on that game too for the Vikings Bucks. Look, here's my thought on it. Tampa Bay is tanking, not as bad as Arizona is. Like, it's legit. Like, you can look at Arizona and just know that they're tanking. But for me, like,
so weird.
Them starting Baker Mayfield over Trask. I'm not saying Trask is better. I'm not saying Trask is better than Mayfield, but you don't know what you have in Kyle Trask. So why not let him play?
Because obviously they do. That's the problem. They obviously do know what they have in Trask to not play him. I know what you're saying. Young guy, figure it out. if he's not getting out there and they brought Baker Mayfield in to take his job, you're screwed. Baker Mayfield is obviously a placeholder and they're looking to the next draft with all these quarterbacks coming out.
No, the thing is, I saw trash in Florida. Right.
By the way, Pete's take said Vikings and Tampa game is going to be high scoring.
No, it's going to be high scoring, just not Tampa high scoring. Maybe.
No, it's not. It's not going to be exactly.
It's going to be high scoring for Minnesota, not Tampa.
Exactly.
Yeah, Minnesota's going to get 34 points. Tampa's going to get 9.
I saw Kyle Trask that when he used to play for Florida. He is not an NFL quarterback.
He's not. He has some decent tools and stuff like that, but he always looked like a backup.
Can we name him
the point spread?
Jesus? Now that Charlie Whitehurst isn't in the NFL anymore, is he now clipboard Jesus? Kyle Trask? No.
I don't know because he don't really look like a brainy kind of guy either. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He might be Waterboy Jesus if he ain't careful.
Waterboy Jesus, I love it.
He's just out there, man. He's just out there. So they got Minnesota's favored by 6.
Minnesota's favored by 6. Yeah, I think I would take the points on that too, right? Like that would.
I'm laying that all day. Easily. That's easy money.
Let me now, Cap. You do gamble. I don't gamble anymore. But one of the reasons why I don't is because I hated the back door at the end of the game.
Hey,
like, can you see Baker backdooring this? Could you see?
Can we start using backdoor?
That's what it's called, Vaughn.
Yep.
Yes. Again, Baker could say, "I'm taking this football game over," and run around in circles and make stupid sidearm throws that somehow end in Mike Godwin's hands or something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can get clipped with
Godwin. Yes,
he is the exact type of guy that has destroyed people's parlays for years. I mean, they took the last time the Cleveland was anything was when he did it with them.
Yep.
Now that should be different.
If I'm correct, Baker has done pretty well against the point spreads in Vegas
because it's a bad beat. It's always a bad beat with him.
No,
it is.
I don't know, but it'll be. I'm glad I don't gamble. And to be honest with you, that Vikings Buccaneers game, I don't think I would touch with a 10-foot pole. I still think Minnesota's by far the better team. But it would be that last 8 minutes of the game where it's like 14 points.
Nah, you're tripping, Steven. I'm touchy-feely with that game. I'm all over it. I'm handsy with it.
It'd be 15 points or something ridiculous.
Full on massage. Full body massage with that game, Steven.
All right, let's go to the next game. Let's go up to Atlanta where the players play or down to Atlanta, whatever it is. Carolina Panthers, Atlanta Falcons. Carolina Panthers starting rookie quarterback and Desmond Ridder getting the start for Atlanta. By the way, Tyler Heineke is the backup there in Atlanta. Mac Hollins, former Miami Dolphin, dude looks buff. I mean, he looks like he's been in the gym with you, Von Joe, Mr. Clanging and Banging. And
he can't go to my gym because in my gym you have to wear shoes. Apparently, this guy doesn't like wearing shoes.
Ew,
apparently,
bro, that's gross.
You didn't read that article? No, there was an article about him that he likes to walk around barefooted. Like he doesn't wear.
I love walking around barefoot. Not gonna lie, but in the gym, gross.
He doesn't like wearing shoes anyway. He's like he's a modern day caveman.
Modern day caveman.
Not gonna lie, dog. I very seldomly have shoes on if I can help it.
Well, when I'm around my house, that is. Carolina, Atlanta, in Atlanta. Von Joe, what do you think?
This is a game I hate. This is a game I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Ridder, I mean, how much confidence you got in him? Then you have the young, but at the same time, Panthers and that defense. I say the Panthers and the defense get the win.
Panthers. Wow. Okay. All right.
I'm saying the defense is going to get that win.
So,
by the way, I picked the Vikings.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we were unanimous on that. As in recent memory, Atlanta hasn't been the greatest of teams. They've had some stuff, the Cordell Pattersons. They've got weapons with Cordell Patterson, who's that, but they've brought in Bijan Robinson. That's going to be a big deal. They're going to give him a healthy dose with the quarterback that they're bringing out there. And then they still have Kyle Pitts. So, to me, the team has what you want. They've got a run game. They've got some weapons to throw to. They made a lot of additions on defense in free agency. They made amazing signings up and down. So, Panthers, rookie quarterback, another guy I look at and don't have a lot of faith in the NFL. To me, Atlanta gets this done, and I think Atlanta handles them. I think Atlanta wins by 10-plus points. I think they beat the brakes off of them, and I think Atlanta is going to be a really sneaky good team this year. I'm looking. Now, I don't think their quarterback's going to be the reason they're being sneaky good. The team is going to be sneaky good. It's just going to be very simplistic. It's going to be reminiscent of Tannehill in the Titans, how they're going to ask him to throw on play action minimally. They're going to have a healthy dose of a run game, play strong defense, and they're going to get the job done. That's what I think they're going to be this year. And honestly, I have them making the playoffs. So I know it sounds I swear I have Atlanta making the playoffs as a wild card team.
You want to know what's funny about that, Cap? I have them winning the division. I think that
division's for the taking right now, dude.
Who you got winning
for the
division?
taking.
So my thought process, like Caps, is very similar. Either whether Tyler Heineke plays or Desmond Ridder, I think they're both interchangeable, right?
I like Heineke personally.
I like Heineke too. So if he ends up starting or Desmond gets hurt, whatever the reason,
makes me want to drink it.
Exactly. Heineke is somebody who's played in a playoff game, played for a decent, played for a good team. He knows how to win. So I think that, by the way, the Saints are going to be interesting, and we'll get to the Saints when we go to their game, but they're going to be interesting, right, with Carr being their quarterback there. But I'm not 100% sold on the entirety of the team. I think that looking around that division, Atlanta's probably the most put together team. Offense, defense, special teams. You got some, the backfield's good. Wide receivers are decent. Your quarterback.
It just has to kind of click with the talent that team possesses.
Let me ask you gentlemen a question. Do you think they believe in Ridder?
In who?
Desmond Ridder?
Desmond Ridder? I don't. I don't think they're 100% sold.
I don't think they know what they have in him yet. And
that's right.
That part of playing him over Heineke is so that it's part of the reason why I think Kyle Trask should be starting in Tampa, because you know what you have in Baker Mayfield. You know you're not going to win that division.
This is why I asked this question.
So
that's why I asked this question. Because I'm sorry to cut you off, but if they go ahead, if they don't believe in Desmond Ridder, why not tank the season if you already have weapons and just put the quarterback on?
Because you gave Tyler Heineke a pretty good amount of money to maybe be the starter there, and it's sort of like draft day.
To me, they're trying to remain competitive. Tyler Heineke is a guaranteed floor at quarterback. You know what you're going to get out of that guy.
And it's not a bad floor.
He's not. It's not. It's a comparable.
He's a poor man Baker's Mayfield. Okay.
I don't know. I think he's a poor man's Kirk Cousins. Honestly, I think he's a poor man's Kirk Cousins.
No, this is the reason I say he's a poor man's Baker Mayfield is that whole money line situation that we just talked about. Don't be surprised if he messes up money lines with that whole
he comes in there, he gonna take you to the bank. He gonna hurt you.
To be fair, Desmond is playing over Tyler, right?
That's right. Now Desmond, I think they're just airing, hey, we gotta find out who this guy is. We've got to see if
high ceiling. He's got a high ceiling, low, and he has
high
reward.
That's right. And so with that in there,
3.5. So,
of course, I agree. I figured they would be.
I
think the Panthers are struggling this year. I'll be surprised the Panthers win 6 games.
What's the rookie quarterback there in Carolina?
I can't remember.
Young.
Bryce Young.
Alabama, okay? And we all know how people feel about Alabama quarterbacks in the NFL, all right? The best one is Tua, as far as I'm concerned, okay? And those are facts. Those are the facts. Here's my thing about Carolina.
So does Hurts count as an Alabama quarterback, or is he Oklahoma?
I guess he's Oklahoma now.
He's Oklahoma. Okay.
Wait, where did he graduate?
Alabama does not.
He graduated Oklahoma
anymore. Okay, they don't. He doesn't claim.
It's where he played last. So
yes,
maybe he didn't even graduate from there yet.
Exactly.
Wilson could say he played for the NC State Wolfpack, but he doesn't. He says he plays for Wisconsin, the Badgers. Okay. Here's my thing. Atlanta's going to be a good football team this year. They're going to do some things in their division, probably win it. I think they have a really good chance of winning it. And you don't even need to be the best team in that division. You don't even need to be a top. They are going to have a 6-9 record in the NFC, but win their division. Is that fair to say, Cap?
No, it's not.
Nasty.
No, it's not. It's gonna take about 8 wins to win that division. Because
so
to me,
it's gonna be below 9, like 9 through.
Yeah, I do. I think it's gonna take only 8 wins because I think that division is terrible.
Oh,
I think it's a terrible division. I feel like these other teams in the NFC are gonna whoop up on them. Any match they have outside of their division, I would take as an easier bet to lose. Outside of Atlanta could surprise people. They just need to click. Okay,
all right.
They just need to click.
Here we go, Cap.
Okay.
Over under 8.5 to win that division. Over under 8.5 to win that division.
I gotta take the over, bro. I got to, just because of mathematics alone, and there's an extra game, but man,
bro,
I don't know. What kind? Well, listen, if I got you, but wait, because that usually when you take that, it's a low number. If I bet the under, what kind of odds am I getting? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, is it double the odds? Because I'll take that under because of that. Yeah. Sure.
Look, I by the way, I think Atlanta wins, and Atlanta wins big. I don't know what the point spread is on that game.
It's only 3.5 or something.
It's only 3.5. Okay, well, I think Atlanta wins big. I think Carolina craps the bed this year.
I think Bijan Robinson has.
Bijan is going to be.
He's going to explode on the scene.
He's going to be a top 5 running back by the end of the top 5.
I think plus 125 all-purpose yards out of him. Plus.
Panthers?
Yes. That guy's gonna get 30, 40 touches.
Robinson is a beast, bro.
He's a beast. They want to flaunt that new toy week 1. They got to get this fan base on board. They don't buy into Ritter, so they got to show reason to buy into this team. Talk about business, bro.
Carolina's defense is good. I'm not saying that they're not, but Bijan Robinson is another.
Carolina D-line is good.
They're not going to be able to stop Bijan. They're just not.
Carolina's
that D-line is solid.
Their D-line is good. It's their secondary that can be exposed.
And all you got to do is get past that D-line. And
that's it.
Bijan gets past that first level.
Young buck with the fast legs, bro. I'm taking it.
It's a wrap. Okay. All right, let's go to Washington to see Sam Howell, University of North Carolina product, get the start for the Commanders against the Arizona Tank Knolls. Tank Knolls is how I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm going to say Washington all day on this game.
Washington all day on this game. I would agree with that. Look, here's my thing about Arizona. I know people say that tanking is not a real thing. It is 100%. And Arizona is the definition of tanking this year. They got rid of.
I just don't understand. I get that tanking allows them to draft a quarterback, right? I get that. But they're still on the hook for freaking 80+ million for Murray.
I got to be real. I think they're so over Kyler Murray. I think they're over him. I don't think they want anything to do with him no more.
I think Arizona made a terrible mistake. They paid him early, number one. They made 2 mistakes. They paid him early. Then they hired a coach, then sided with the coach over the friggin' player you just paid. I've never seen mismanagement like this in my life. If you're paying a guy all this money, for better or for worse, go get someone who will marry themselves with it. If it don't work.
Like McDaniel did with Tua. And for better or for worse, that was the best thing for Tua and the Dolphins if they were going to keep Tua. And Arizona was in that same boat with Kyler, and they decided.
Even worse, they paid the guy. Even worse, they're giving him money, big money. They signed him. Are you kidding me? It's even worse. At least the Dolphins could have said buy Tua.
Dolphins had a backup of we haven't paid him yet, so it's whatever.
Yeah, we picked up a 5th-year option. We bought ourselves some time. Now they're like, no, we're going to be smart and we're going to give him $100 million. It was dumb.
I think it's like, does he get like 30 million or something like that if he doesn't pass a physical or something like that? Like, it's like a stupid number.
All I know is they're on the hook for $81+ million or something like that next year, and there's nothing they can do about it. Nothing they can do about it. That guy could sit there and eat Fritos and gain 200 pounds, and then he gonna still get that money. That's it, dude. I would, if Murray was playing, I'd pick them because I feel like he wants to.
Really?
I would pick him only because when's the last time we seen this guy? I feel like I ain't seen him in 2 years.
It's been a minute.
I feel like if he was playing, he's gonna freaking run all over the field. He's gonna.
Arizona fans have never wanted Josh Rosen back more than they do right now.
Yo,
that ain't no lie.
All I know is
they pine for the days of hot tub boy.
Boy, let me tell you,
7-point favorite, Washington Commanders.
Washington's favored by 7, and look, it's because Arizona's tanking. It's because Arizona's tanking. Look, to me, the writing on the wall was when they traded Isaiah Simmons for a bag of peanuts to the Giants. Like,
but here they didn't let Budda Baker go, even though Budda Baker's getting paid and wants to leave. That's the thing. Like, they really tanking?
You want a team that's going to be trading at the trade deadline? Go look at Arizona. Okay. I'm going to watch Arizona games this year specifically for the O-line and the linebackers in the secondary, because if the Dolphins need to go make a move, Arizona is going to be a place to go get somebody.
So
that ain't no lie.
The Cardinals on this one, right?
Me? No.
No, Steven is taking the Cardinals, I believe, right?
Hell no, I'm not taking it.
No. I'll tell you what, that week that Kyler Murray comes back, I don't care who they're playing, I'm picking them to win, and I'm going to fucking snap it out of the park. Because to me, Kyler Murray, with the system he wants to run and all that, just despite the coach and the organization, he'll go out there and make everybody on the whole field look stupid with his speed.
Are you trying to say that Kyler Murray is the Brian
Flores
of the...
I'm dead, bro. I am dead serious. And you can lay money on it. I'm telling you, don't underestimate when an organization and a high-priced player are at odds. You play the money on the petty, bro. You go that way. Who has the thing? I'm just saying.
Real quick about Washington before we go on to the next game. What is your thought about Rivera? Do you think Rivera's on the hot seat for Washington, Cap? Do you think River?
So they just got new ownership, and
Rivera is on the hot seat.
They just got new ownership. I say, for better or for worse, he's probably on the hot seat, but I don't. Outside of an absolute collapse of only 4 or 5 wins, and have no competition in the final quarter of the season. No, I don't think so, because typically with a new owner, they got to get the feel of things a little bit. And also, another thing, keep an eye on, new owners in the NFL, the vultures circle. They start coming around. They're you think you're all buddy with these new billionaires and their GMs and stuff. You get bad advice just to tear you down. They're picking apart your players. So that doesn't start for another season or so, and Ron Rivera isn't going to be there to help him, because I don't see it. So, but no, he ain't going nowhere. He won't be under the hot seat. He'll probably get fired if he does have that failure mid-season the following year. It'll be a year too late. These new owners make these mistakes. Look at all the new owners and how that it's almost like the same kind of pattern. So he's going to hang on to him too long, mid-season fire him, try to throw money at the situation, because that's what rich people do. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Here's Riverboat Ron is on the hot seat as far as I'm concerned, and I think it'll come down to how bad they're losing to Philadelphia and Dallas. If they're losing close games, he'll be fine. If they end up losing, but it's close, he'll get a pass for this year. But if they're straight getting stopped by those two teams, like this new owner wants to start in a new direction.
Yeah, I say that he's on the stove right now. He's not even on the hot seat. He's on the stove. He's cooked. If they lose, he is cooked.
You see what Pete put in the comments?
I literally have this fan base hating on Skylar Thompson. I feel exactly what two and ears feel, and it's both blind.
Wait, why is Skylar Thompson even?
We're not talking like
I know, but it's just he's in chat doing it, and now he's empathizing with the two and ears because he feels kindred to them defending Skyler the way they defended Tua. I find that very funny observation.
I refuse to have this conversation. What's the next game?
I just thought it was funny, dude.
No.
All right, let's go to Indianapolis.
I'm not talking about a third string
where Richardson is going to get his first NFL start at home, but facing the division rival Jacksonville Jaguars, who, in my opinion, are going to be one of the best teams in the AFC this year.
I think they got that division.
What are your thoughts, Fonjo? Jacksonville and Indy.
Landslide.
That's it. That's all you're going to say.
Richardson. I seen him in Florida. He is erratic. As talented as he is, and physically gifted, mentally he's not there yet, right? And I feel like he doesn't know how to put touch on the ball. So it's not his accuracy; it's when to throttle it down, or versus unleash that howitzer of a cannon that you have there. So
I couldn't agree with you more, Von Joe. That's exactly what I seen out of the guy. You know what we're gonna get though. You're gonna get games that he's just taking over, and they're gonna just say, be the most talented athlete on the field and work him. And I think they're gonna lean on him to run the ball, not any more than they would have, but even more now because Jonathan Taylor is not gonna play for them. Mm-hmm. And dude, I don't care what they say in Indy. They've got one of the worst wide receiving cores I've ever seen. I think it's a terrible wide receiver. I know they're all high on their young players and stuff, but nobody, and I mean nobody, is looking at their weapons outside of Jonathan Taylor and thinking, oh, I want that on my football team, on my fantasy football. No, they suck. They're a terrible team. They got a good defense. They're going to lean on that defense. They're going to lean on the run game, but it's not going to matter. The Jaguars are the legit owners of that division, and listen, they're a team that is only getting better. They're getting better. Their coach is good. Their quarterback's good. Their defense is good. They're a good football team.
So you got what's their quarterback over there in Jacksonville?
Trevor Lawrence,
young boy, Sunshine. Yeah. He got another Sunshine. He has another year with Peterson, who's a great offensive coach.
Don't forget Calvin Ridley.
Mm-hmm. He's back. Etienne is back, looking healthy. No, they're gonna make some noise, man. They are going to make some noise.
So here's my thought. I'll start with Jacksonville. Jacksonville's going to be one of the best teams in the entire AFC this year. I
don't know about that, but
I do, dude. I'm telling you right now, when we were going through our head coaching search, mm-hmm. I wanted Peterson. I think Doug Peterson is such a good head coach, and he's won a Super Bowl, and he's also failed as well, and I think he's got this chip on his shoulder of, okay, it didn't quite work out the way, like, I think he wanted to be the head coach in Philadelphia forever, and it didn't work out like that, right? So now he goes to Jacksonville. He's got this great quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, and for me, I look at that and I say, man, Trevor's got something. Trevor has got something, and I think they make really good moves and they make smart decisions. And I cannot believe that Jacksonville is in the division that they're in, because they're gonna get 2 4.
Oh, you mean the division that we're supposed to be in, Stephen?
The division that we're supposed to be in, probably, yes.
You know what they remind me of right now? You know what the Jaguars remind me of? They remind me in the division they're in, playing the way they're playing, team, great quarterback, highly touted. They remind me of the Colts in that division back when they had luck and they were just owning it. That's what it reminds me of. Still one of the weaker divisions in the AFC.
Probably a fair statement. That's probably a fair statement. But let's be honest with ourselves. That Indy team, with luck, could never get it all together for a playoff run.
Poor coaching. That's the key. They've got a great coach in Peterson.
They don't
Not Jags. Jags have great coaching.
Jags have great coaching, and I think that's what's going to be the difference with them. So here's my thing.
Peterson was one of my top picks to come to Miami.
Undefeated in their division this year. They're not going to lose a game in their division this year. And I also think that as far as the Colts are concerned,
Jacksonville against the field?
I don't think they're going to lose a game in their division this year.
You want to pick the field, Steven?
No, I picked Jacksonville.
Listen, I'm not mad at that.
As far as the Colts are concerned, I think they picked the wrong quarterback again. I didn't think Richardson I don't think Richardson's going to be a great quarterback in the NFL. I think Jim Irsay is putting that team years behind. Ownership all the way down seems to be a train wreck right now. And even if I thought Richardson was going to be an okay quarterback, he doesn't have good coaching there, or a good GM there, or a good owner.
Who's the coach over there? Who's the head coach over there? Is that the old center? Didn't they hire their old
coach
center
over there? Cap.
What's that? I'm sorry.
The coach in Indy.
Head coach. He was a center for them, right? Saturday? Is it Saturday?
Is Saturday the coach there?
No, he's not anymore. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. They brought
I mean, that's part of the problem. We don't know. Like, he's a
great observation. Because I tell you what, if I knew who he was, we would probably feel differently about their team.
Yeah, look,
Shane Steichen?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Who the hell is that, bro? I would have never guessed that.
He was the
Bro,
Eagles.
I have no clue.
He was the Eagles' offensive coordinator when they went last year for the Super Bowl. But
you mean when they had their quarterback running and doing damn near everything with one of the best offensive lines in the league? And
not that. Richardson is not that. Richardson is no Jalen Hurts. I can tell you that right now.
So wait a second now. I'm telling you, boys, do not count Richardson out. We've seen quarterbacks like this in recent memory come with wild arms that just abandon the throwing and run, but as a year or two in the NFL, they start figuring it out. You get these elite coaching. It's a full-time job now. Look no further than Josh Allen. Look no further than Lamar Jackson. And this kid, as far as a runner of the football, is every bit as talented as both.
Oh, the internet monster got Cap again.
I was going to say, did we lose Cap? Jeez,
internet monster got Cap. That's the second time.
He was talking too high on Richardson, man.
I know. They came and got you, cuz. They're like, we can't.
Like,
no,
hey,
you're talking way too high about Richardson, cuz. Can't do it. Get out of here. Cap will be back in a second.
Jacksonville is favored by 5.
Jacksonville's favored by 5. Well, if I was a betting man, I would take the points.
I would lay that. Sorry, guys. Internet.
They're gonna cover it.
I got 2 computers going on. Phone calls coming in. I'm trying to multitask, as you know, Steven.
Yeah, Cap is working this morning at his real job and also helping us out over here at Clock Blockers. All right, let's go on to the next game, man. San Francisco at Pittsburgh. Going to be honest with you, out of all the 1 o'clock games, this is probably going to be one of the most exciting ones. I think it's going to be a really good game. San Francisco at Pittsburgh. We'll start with you, Vonjo. What do you think, San Fran?
I got San Fran. Bosa is going to be a game breaker. He want to prove that he's worth the money that he just got, because he just got the bag, Steven. He just reset the market.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to be the game breaker that he is and show that this is why you guys paid me. This is why the market got reset. And I feel sorry for Pickett back there. It's going to be a long day.
Pickett's going to have a long day.
It's going to be a long day.
That. I agree with that. Cap, what do you think, man? San Fran, Pittsburgh, and Vonjo, look up the point spread for this game, too.
Listen, we know Pittsburgh's always touting a great defense, but let's be real. They have the inferior defense coming out on that field. Also, the weapons in San Francisco, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. We saw Purdy be a good facilitator in this scheme that they've been running forever now and operating. I don't think Pittsburgh stands a chance. I think they get walloped in this game. I know people are high on Kenny Pickett. I see Kenny Pickett as Baker Mayfield. That's who he is. He's a guy. He can do the job.
We have named 3 quarterbacks so far as a cheat man version of Baker Mayfield. Everybody, why are we comparing quarterbacks to Baker? Is he He's
a litmus. He's the litmus because be real. The guy has talent.
Boom or bust. That's it.
It's hot and cold. He's the litmus for being a good starter, but never a guy you want as your starter. You know what I'm saying? If your team is on the down and you need a quarterback, bring him on. If your team is rebuilding, bring him on. He is the new Fitzpatrick. That's who he is.
I want to say that this is Pittsburgh's year to fall. But every time I think that, Mike Tomlin proves me wrong. Mike Tomlin,
he's a great coach, isn't he?
Is an amazing coach. Absolutely amazing coach. He hasn't had a losing record, I think, his entire career as the coach, or if he has, it's only been one, and that was at the beginning. I think that I want to say Pittsburgh's gonna lose against San Fran, but I'll be honest with you, I'm scared. If I was a betting man, I would be scared as hell to touch this game. Wouldn't want anything to do with touching this game.
Well, San Fran's only 2-point favorite.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anything to do with touching this game because
I can't believe that San Fran's only a 2-point favorite. Wow, I'm putting a star next to that.
Who's betting against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, mind you, too? I don't know, man.
To the guys who are going to be in the NFC Championship game this year, yeah, I am. I'm sorry. San Francisco is good. And Purdy is going to be in his second year in this scheme, and he did damn good last year. I'm not sold that Purdy's great, but
here's the thing. Here's the thing, Cap. The point spread it ranges anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5.
Oh my God, I can't believe that, dude. Are people really buying into the Pickens thing? I'm sorry.
To be honest with you,
Pickens is one hell of a receiver.
Pickens is great, but Pickett is. I don't buy it, bro.
Cap. It has, in my opinion, it has nothing to do with Pickett. It has to do with Tomlin, how that defense is going to work. Pickett's not a bad quarterback.
They gotta stop Debo and Christian McCaffrey.
You want me to compare to Pickett to a quarterback in the last 5 years in the NFL? I mean, he's probably the Tyler Heineke is the generic version of Kenny Pickett, right?
I love this game.
Look,
I'm like, he's not really wrong. You know what
I wanna pick San Fran so bad, but there is something.
Pickett threw a terrible interception and lost him a game to Noah Igbenogany, boys. Nuff said.
I think that's what tipped Steven over the edge right there.
Cap.
Yeah.
I'm going Pittsburgh. Over.
Wow. I even wrote you down at Niners. I got to cross that out now.
I'm going Pittsburgh. Wow. I think Pittsburgh's going to win.
And this is why Steven don't win.
This is why you stop betting. This is
good call with the quitting betting, buddy. Good job.
Anymore. Dude,
Listen, I like to roll the dice. You should have seen my fantasy last night, dude. Holy cow, I rolled the dice too many times.
I'll tell you, Cap. It honestly comes down to I have picked against Tomlin so many times and been wrong so many times. Betting against him, picking against him. You can never count out a Mike Tomlin football team. You just can't.
They don't go to the playoffs this year. They'll be third in their division potentially, and they might end up last in their division. Because if Cleveland takes a step forward, you still have to deal with the Bengals, who have been owning their asses as of late.
Do you think
and now also,
You think Tomlin will end up on the hot seat?
No. I'll tell you.
You think Tomlin on the hot seat?
Bro, they got people lining up around the. No way.
Bonjo, there's only been 3 head coaches.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere till he wants to retire.
Yeah, that organization is actually ran real well from the top down.
You want a blueprint of how an NFL organization is supposed to run? Go look at Pittsburgh. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin.
Bro, and more often than not, they've smashed all of their draft picks in the first round. Not going to lie.
All won Super Bowls, all 3 of them. It is the epitome of what an NFL franchise should be run like. It's how it should be run. They're smart.
I'm not mad at it.
They're calculated. They make very few bad decisions. I'm not saying they haven't made bad decisions, but they haven't made a lot of them over the history of their franchise. And they continuously I mean, they're
stable,
look,
Steven. They're stable. The key word is stable. They're stable.
Stable wants to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, that's how good Pittsburgh is over the stretch, over their lifetime. That's real. That's real. All right, let's go to the next game. Tennessee going into New Orleans, man. This is going to be interesting.
This is a hard one to pick.
It's going to be a very hard one to pick. So I'll start with you, Vonjo. Tennessee at New Orleans. Tennessee at New Orleans.
So Carr first game with the
Saints.
With the Saints, but you have Tannehill over there.
Don't forget about Derrick Henry.
DeAndre Hopkins and Derrick Henry.
Yeah, King Henry. Hopkins doesn't move the needle for me because you have Tannehill is throwing the ball.
Yeah, but when they lost that element in their offense, they really took a step back when they got rid of AJ Brown. D-Hop makes that
I'm gonna
back
say,
on
I'm
their
gonna say
offense.
it. I'm gonna say it. Here it is. No, because that rookie quarterback out there, Olave.
It's so tough.
Not the quarterback, the rookie wide receiver.
Games of the weekend to pick.
The receiver, that rookie wide receiver, second year. What is it, Olave or Oliver or whatever his name is?
Chris Olave.
Yeah, with the Saints.
Ohio State, right?
Yeah, with the Saints, because he had a good season last year. He had a solid season, but
he reminds me of the Slim Reaper a little bit. They have a lot of comparable stuff. Very good at catching the ball on the run. I know what you're saying.
Is he back? Is he playing? Kamara, is he playing?
Who?
Alvin Kamara, I think.
Is he suspended is he eligible?
I think he's suspended for 6 games or something like that.
It might be the first.
No, I thought it was 6. He got in trouble.
Titans.
Kamara's not playing. You think Kamara's the X factor?
Yes, Titans.
All right, Cap. What do you think?
So I'm gonna look at it on the other aspect. You know, when I have question marks, they both have question marks at quarterback. Does Carr come out? Carr's been very acceptable as a quarterback in a lot of ways, but I don't know. I like Carr's heart, but it just seems like when he has, he can get in a bad day and never get out. But he never stops fighting. I do think if Kamara was playing, it would be a slam dunk of a pick, but I am still going to ride with New Orleans for the sole fact that I believe their defense is going to be the deciding factor in this game. A low-scoring game, too. I don't think this game goes over total 42 points. I'm going to take New Orleans on their defense because that's where they're going to hang their hat this year. And Carr, Michael Thomas is supposed to be healthy this year. I think he's going to be able to find some weapons throwing the ball. I just think the Titans to me are a team that is tanking. They don't realize it yet, but they are tanking. I see Derrick Henry traded at the deadline, and they're all in on a new quarterback and going to rebuild that defense a little bit and start this over because the division they're in is still up for grabs in some ways. Yeah, Jacksonville's good, but they haven't created this massive gap between them and everyone else in their division. So to me, they need to get their quarterback situation right. I don't think they like anything they got going on in their quarterback room. Yeah, everyone's got talent and can do these certain things, but they need to pivot and find a franchise guy, and I feel like at some point they're just going to pull the plug on this season. So to me, New Orleans is going to win this game.
There are some things that you just said, Cap, that I agree with, and there's some things that I don't. Number one, I agree with you. I think, and I have said for weeks now, I think that the Tennessee Titans are going to be a bad football team this year. I do not think that they're going to be good. Last year, my pick for a bad. Well, I'll tell you, I did pick bad teams correctly last year. I thought Vegas was going to be something, but I straight called Denver, and everybody said I was crazy for saying that Denver was going to be a bad team. And I said, guys, I'm telling you, Denver's not going to be a good football team. My Denver
was on that, dog. Denver. I knew Denver was going to suck.
Yeah, my Denver this year is Tennessee. I don't see they don't want Tannehill, but they don't have a better option. Okay,
right.
And
right.
They signed DeAndre Hopkins for 2 reasons. Number one, to sell tickets at the beginning of the year. Okay,
bro, right on the money. Right on the money. 2, in jerseys.
They signed him to a 2-year deal because he makes the trade. They make the trade for him more valuable. I'm telling you right now, I don't believe DeAndre Hopkins spends one full season in Tennessee.
You don't think he finished the season?
I think he gets traded, and I think Derrick Henry gets traded.
See, I wonder if they'll keep him for the rookie quarterback that they're coming in next year.
Not a 2-year deal. If they wanted him long term, they would have signed him to a 3 or 4 year deal. They signed him to a 2-year deal so think about it like this, Cap. If you sign Hopkins to a 1-year deal, you're trying to do something this year. You're going to make one more run at it.
Yeah.
You sign him to a 2-year deal. In week 6, week 7, if you have a losing record, it's easy to call any team and say, hey, do you want him for the rest of this year to make your run and next year? And by the way, now because you get him for a whole extra year on top of this, I can ask for a little bit more in value to help rebuild my team in draft. So
so you think they just have tradable assets? That's what you're thinking? Because that's kind of.
I think DeAndre Hopkins and Derrick Henry could easily.
I think Derrick Henry is a tradable asset. I don't know. I don't think anybody wants to.
You're gonna say mid-season, they're just gonna start racking up.
If they're losing,
oh yeah,
they're going to clean house, bro.
Yep, I think so too. I think they're cleaning house.
Well,
not only will they clean house, Tannehill will get benched for what's his face there? I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Vegas has him as 3-point dogs. So
3-point favored or
dogs.
Okay,
dogs.
All right. Well, look, man.
So you're taking New Orleans then, Steven?
I'm taking New Orleans by a mile, bro.
By a mile. Wow.
God damn.
I think
I'm the only one on the Titans side.
I'll tell you. I like Will Levi. Will Levi. Okay, there. That's who it is. Will Levi.
Is that the guy behind Tannehill?
Will Levis. Here's the other thing.
You could trust Levi Jeans.
I like Taysom Hill. I love Taysom Hill. He's one of my favorite players to watch in the NFL. The pocket knife, as he's called. The Swiss Army knife. The Swiss Army knife.
The pocket knife.
That is not a good.
That sounds. That is not intimidating at all, bro.
Exactly. Hey, I got me the pocket.
The Swiss Army knife is what I meant to say, Cap.
What's your secret weapon?
Army knife is the Swiss Army knife is one of my favorite players to watch in the NFL. I love Taysom Hill. I love watching him. And I think Derrick Henry is going to be.
I got to be honest. Taysom Hill irritates me. I don't like him. I don't like him.
He plays everything.
Yeah, but I don't like him because he's a guy that when you're betting on him to do something, he does.
Taysom Hill is the Shohei Ohtani of football. Okay. Taysom Hill is the Shohei Ohtani of football.
I don't know any of that reference because I'm not a baseball guy.
He plays
he's a guy.
Defense and offense and plays multiple positions on all three.
Taysom Hill's the guy. Taysom Hill's a bad beat walking, whether you're betting on him or betting against him. That man is a bad beat walking. He's gonna backdoor your win that you had locked up and screw you out of your spread or your win, or you're gonna bet on him to get a game because he scored 30 fantasy points the week before and he did nothing.
You leave the pocket knife alone, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's to zip that pocket knife up is what he needs to do. He needs to put that little pocket knife away and zip that up.
All right.
Hate that guy.
Taysom Hill, a walking back door.
I love it.
That guy's a walking back door.
I can't. All right. Hey, real quick, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I got El Capitan from the Fins Tailgate. I got Vaughn Joe, a.k.a. Spawn Joe. We're doing pick'ems. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought, but we're having a good time. We're sitting here chilling. Hit the like button. Only 60 likes, 150 of y'all watching. Hit the like button. I love it. Keep on sharing the link. Let people know that we're live. We're not going anywhere. All right, let's go to the next game. Vegas versus Denver. Vaughn Joe, I'm going to ask, do you believe Sean Payton is the savior of the Mile High City?
Lord and savior of Russell Wilson and the Oregon Trail. That is Denver. Amen. I say Russell Wilson is back. Let's ride.
Oh, did you just say let's ride? Okay.
Let's ride.
I need to 1 hour and 22 minutes. All right, I'm gonna clip that later. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
So you think Denver's gonna beat Vegas?
Yeah, I don't believe in Vegas at all. Not one bit.
Not with Jimmy Garoppolo?
Not one bit. Porn star Jimmy could stay. He went there for the wrong reasons.
He went there because nobody.
Or did he go there for the right reasons? Fine, let's be real. They're gonna pay that man to do what he does best. Are you kidding me? Guy's winning. He's a winner. That's a real winner.
Hey, every time they count him out, he gets back up.
To go to the bunny ranch.
Cap's joking, but he's not wrong. Like those are facts.
Yeah, he's been counted out a couple
times. Bunny
yep. Cap, tell me, man, what do you think? Vegas in Denver in Mile High.
I look at Vegas and I think the exact same thing about the Titans as I do about Vegas. This is a team that outside of maybe Crosby, everyone and anyone is either getting traded or put on IR or something. I don't think Jimmy makes it through the season. I think Josh Jacobs doesn't make it through the season. To me, that is a team that is destined for epic failure. Epic failure. It is going to be a washout of a season. We're talking 3 wins. Vegas is going to burn.
God damn.
That's what's going to happen. I'm dead serious. I look at that. I've seen NFL teams constructed at this sort. I've been a part as a Dolphins fan of a team that looks eerily similar to this, where it's a mishmash and some answers are sprinkled in there, and the reality is the organization is pivoting to absolutely screw anyone over they can financially, kick the can to next year, and try to get some young talent to revitalize, because they're still a new team in a new city. Kinda. They've got to figure something out. They need some star selling power, and right now,
3 games with Josh Jacobs, bringing back Josh Jacobs. You still got Devontae Adams.
I don't care. There's going to be guys that are going to hit stuff. I'm telling you, they are. Listen, Josh Jacobs, look for him on the trading block.
That head coach is out of there if that happens.
Oh no, the head coach. I'm talking. It is going to be a clean house from top to bottom this offseason for the Raiders. It's going to be It's going to be uglier than anyone else in the entire NFL. What happens to that team, because it has all the makings of a dumpster fire. Just the match is getting ready to be flicked right in that bad boy here directly. So to me,
red light
no.
In Vegas. There it is.
Vegas has no shot. I don't believe in Denver all that much, but their defense.
Cap.
What? Huh? Oh no, I don't believe in Denver. I'm gonna ride with you.
All right,
but
there we
Denver,
go.
Denver definitely takes this.
Okay, let me give you my 2 cents worth. As everybody likes to remind me very often, yes, I was very high on Vegas last year. I thought Vegas was going to be this amazing team and that they were going to be amazing and great, and I was wrong. I've never been more wrong about a team than I was about Vegas last year, and that's fine. I can admit it. I can admit when I was wrong. Okay. With that being
first time.
With that being said, first time. Cap, I look at teams around the NFL that are quote unquote made for tanking. I think they gave Garoppolo a lot of money, so it's tough for me to say that they're going to tank.
They got a good running back. They got a good wide receiver. They got pass rushers.
But here's my thing with them. They don't have a quarterback. And you know who would be perfect for Vegas?
Derek Carr.
Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams,
baby.
Caleb Williams.
Good for the brand, too. Good for the brand.
I mean,
something to sell hope.
Here's the thing. People don't want to realize part of the reason that the NFL went to Vegas was because of the allure of what is Vegas. And Vegas deserves, maybe that's a strong word.
Yeah, they don't deserve a lot. Let's be real. Continue.
Vegas, and it's so weird to think that they don't have this star at quarterback in Vegas because it's Las Vegas. And they're missing that. And Jimmy Garoppolo's not the answer for that. I love Jimmy G. But he's not going to win them a Super Bowl, and he's not.
Listen, Jimmy G.
He's a great guy. I love Jimmy G. He's
out of the draft with the same connotation that surrounds him. You know, Jimmy Pornstar, all that, whatever. that would be exactly what Vegas needs. He's just on the back nine. Nobody's really believing in him.
I'll say this. I've counted out Jimmy G before, I think, as we all have.
Rightly
In
so.
the same way that we're trying to do with Pittsburgh, with Tomlin. I think it's tough for me to bet against Jimmy G because he continuously says, I'm not going nowhere, people. I'm here to stay.
Steven, are you back on this train?
I'll tell you what train I'm not on.
Give us the name, Steven, because you've talked all in circles now. You haven't been.
Hold on. I'm not done. I am not on the Denver train. I think Sean Payton is a bad fit for the Mile High. I think Russell Wilson is a bad fit for the Mile High. I think Russell Wilson's career needs to be over personally. And I'm telling you all right now, Denver's still going to be a bad team this year.
I don't know what's with this guy and Sierra's husband. I don't know what's your problem.
You know what Denver is? You know what Denver is?
On the money last year with Russell. And there's no why am I supposed to believe that if they were bad last year, that they're all Sean Payton's going to come in here and fix things? That's not. I like Sean to a certain extent, right? Like,
you know what you should believe?
How about this? I respect what Sean Payton can do as a head coach, but do I think he's going to come and turn this organization around in the first year? Hell no, no way.
Steven, I'm going to tell you why you should believe
quarterback like Russell.
So, are you picking Denver or not, Steven?
I'm picking Vegas.
Wow.
Again, he's back on that train. Steven, you should believe in Russell. You should believe
listen,
in Russell.
You know what Denver is?
Sierra's pregnant again, okay?
You know what Denver is? Denver is the Cowboys of the AFC. There's always this drama circulating. There's this infighting. They've got these weird, reports always coming out. Am I right? Like, they just seem like they have a lot of the same organizational weird stuff.
Part of the reason Russell went to Denver was I get to bring my own trainer. I get to bring my own entourage. I have my own office, all of this. Sean Payton came in and said, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. No entourage, no personal trainer. Oh, by the way, you're a player. You don't get an office in the same hallway as me. Kicked him out of his, that is a relationship that was dead.
Yeah, that should have happened. What was Denver thinking, number one?
In the first place, to be fair. But I'm telling you right now, Russell, no way that relationship survives. None.
Yeah.
No way.
But I say if Elway was the owner of the Denver of the Broncos, I could see the whole Dallas correlation.
I mean, he pretty much runs it. He runs the whole thing. I'm telling you, there is a super. It is eerily similar parallels. And at this point, and the way Denver's always run as an organization, as far as offense and defense, don't they kind of even look like an NFC team? You know what I'm saying? They kind of act like an NFC football team.
Like an NFC team. You're correct.
They're like an NFC team. They need to. Let's get them out of the division. Let's get them out of the conference, guys. Let's Denver. Let's get them out of here.
Steven, Vegas is not with you, even though you're with Vegas. Denver, 4 points. 4 points.
Yeah.
Even Vegas doesn't have Vegas.
Vegas is
Vegas is not even with you. Okay.
We hereby do not have our own team as favored.
Exactly. Vegas is 4-point dogs in this one. Okay.
I'll say this. Look, I don't like Vegas that much this year, but I don't like Denver more.
Steven, real quick, how many more games we got? I just know it's week 4.
5, 6 more games.
We've been having so much fun. I'm like, wait, I gotta get to work soon.
Yeah.
All right, we got 6 more games. All right, let's go. Philadelphia at New England. 4:25 game in New England. Philly, New England. Bonjo, you first.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Cap.
You took Eagles. I want to take Philly, but I could see week 1
against the Patriots.
The Patriots and, Bill Belichick, one of the few wins they get, they catch one early against the people who went to the Super Bowl to keep their fan base cucked all year and believing that they got a chance at winning anything. And I'm gonna take New England. I'm gonna take them. I'm going to take New England. I think this is the one that right now, this is everything I haven't gambled on at this point. That is my gamble.
This guy rolling dices, man. You and these dices. Put the dices down.
Well, that's not true because I took Detroit first too, so I'm gambling. I'm gambling a lot.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah,
New England's going to be bad, and I do mean bad. They're going to be. I don't think they're going to be the worst team in the NFL, but they are going to get a top 10 pick in the NFL.
Final month of this season, New England will be in it. Just saying.
No way.
Telling you, dude. They always are. Good luck.
They won't.
All right.
I'm taking Philly, and I'm taking Philly by a mile.
Well, Philly is 4-point favorites in this one.
Yeah, Philly's going to win by a touchdown or more. Okay, L.A. Rams versus Seattle Seahawks. 425 Rams Seahawks in Seattle. Von Joe.
Come on, Seahawks.
Right. I'm taking Seahawks too.
I'm taking
I have no faith in the Rams.
I'll tell you, man. That
the Rams don't mean.
Well, look. What's the point spread on that? By the way,
I don't know, but
it's probably closer than you think.
Points.
Oh, it's 6 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Rams are going to be mad this year.
Wow.
Real quick, I just want to know: do you think the Rams trade Matt Stafford?
No.
Nobody's going to take that contract.
Nope. No one's going to trade for him because isn't he up next at the end of this year anyhow?
Yeah, I think that's it for him.
I think I think either at the very minimum his contract is up, or they have the out to cut him and have minimal dead cap, so everyone knows he's going to get cut. No one's going to trade for him unless you're a team that your QB1 went down and you need a guy to step. Like if the Niners, Brock Purdy goes down and friggin' Sam Darnold comes in and goes down, I could see them making a trade like that, but they probably wouldn't trade it in the conference.
No, I think the Rams have entered their 10-year of purgatory after the Super Bowl win.
They
win the Super Bowl and they go into purgatory for about 10 years.
Year after next, they'll be a perennial playoff team again.
Who?
Nah.
The Rams?
No way. Dude, they still got Sean McVay. They're gonna pivot. They're gonna draft.
You want a hot seat coaching candidate? Like
don't say it. Don't say it.
No.
Don't say it.
I want to say hot seat.
I don't know, man. I think Stan Kroenke, is Kroenke the owner there? In LA for the Rams?
I don't know. I do know that to me, they begged him to stay because he was going to retire. Remember? They begged him to stay. He was thinking about retiring very seriously. Yeah, he was talking about walking away from it because it's just such a grind. It takes your whole life up.
You want to know what my theory is?
I think he just went on a sabbatical.
You want to know what my theory is on that? My theory is with the Rams that they were talking about firing him. And they made it out to look that way. It's a theory. It's a conspiracy theory, but I think it's the other way around. I don't think that they're that in love with them, man. I really don't. But Seahawks by a mile. Geno Smith came out of nowhere last year, and be honest with you, man, Seahawks are fun to watch. They're a fun football team to watch.
They had a solid defense, good run game, got some weapons still. Lockett's still doing it. That guy's, holy cow, he just never stopped. And DK. Let's be real. So they're going to be fun.
How old is Lockett? Like 60?
I don't know. He's got to be in his late 30s at this point, at least, dude.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think Sean McVay is there in 2 years. If it's not this year, McVay will not be the head coach there in 2 years.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, it's not because they fire him. It's because he is taking some family time.
Save face, whatever it is. I'm just telling you.
Right now they're saving face.
All right, so what's the next game, Steven?
Packers Bears in Chicago.
Oh, I hate this game. This is another game I hate.
It's another hard one.
I'm gonna say Packers.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, guys still love some love, man. I think Packers. I think love is gonna show out.
I mean, that's crazy. I'll say this before I'll let Cap go last on this one. Justin Fields is going to be an MVP candidate this year, and I really, really like Justin Fields. And the Bears are going to be a fun team to watch. They're going to get some. They are, man. I think Justin Fields is legit.
I'm looking at the spread on this one. I think this is the worst one I've seen.
I think the Bears by a mile, and I think the Bears by a mile. They kill the Packers.
I'm with you there. I'm taking the Bears as well. I think the Bears are going to have
By a mile.
Not by a mile. But I think the only mile you're going to see is the rushing yard total different, like for both teams, because I think this is a run game, run up and down all on the field. Jordan Love's going to get out the pocket and try to match the intensity of running that Justin Fields is. They're going to come up short. It's not going to be enough. If the game comes down to where Love's got to start putting it in his hand to win them the game, that's why they're going to lose. It ain't going to be by much, but they're definitely going to lose.
What's the point spread, Vonjo?
Chicago is favored by 1 point.
Oh my
Well,
God!
see, it's a
all-
pick 'em pretty much.
Money all day on that one.
1
I-
point.
I honestly probably exactly how it's going to go. It's going to be like 20 to 21.
No.
Telling you, it's going to be something ridiculous.
Nope. I'm telling you right now.
Week
Green Bay's
1.
Nope.
And there's going to be about 600,000 yards rushed in that game. It's going to be boring as hell to watch. It's going to be boring.
Exaggeration much? All right,
No,
let's
no.
go.
Those are actual stats.
Sunday night football. Sick of always seeing this team on primetime the first couple of weeks of every season for however many years. Dallas versus the Giants. Sunday night football in New York. Vonjo, go.
I hate Dallas.
I don't, and I'm with you. I don't know why they keep getting these primetime games, but
They get 6 primetime games every year.
I say Dallas.
Their organization is worth almost $10 billion. They are the richest organization at $9.8 billion. The next number two is like 6.9. They're $3 billion more than the next franchise in the NFL.
Do you want to know
Shout
why?
out to the marketing team.
Real quick, do you want to know why?
Marketing.
So there's 32 teams in the NFL. Out of the 32 teams, 31 of them have a merchandising split agreement. There's one team that is not part of the merchandising split in the NFL. And it's the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones.
I call shenanigans.
Jerry Jones, when he bought the team, made a deal with the NFL and said, I want the team and I'll buy it, but I don't want to share my merchandising sales with anybody. And I won't take money from the league for merchandising, but you guys aren't taking money from me. And that's why. He owns all the merch. He's the only owner in the NFL that has that deal.
Wow.
True story.
Interesting fact.
So I got the Cowboys on this one.
Cowboys?
Yep.
You know, I'll say this. Anytime I've ever had a parlay, the Cowboys have killed it if they're in it. They ruin every bet that I try to put. They are the leg that breaks it down. And I'm talking, dude, I've smashed it like 7 out of 8 for the Cowboys to lose to like Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Something terrible. I'm going to pick them to win, but you know what? If they lose, I will not be surprised because that's just how it is. Whatever I do with the Cowboys, picking them to win or picking them to lose, they're gonna screw me on that. I'm gonna pick them because they should beat this team. They're the better football team. They're the better defense, better offense. I think better coached personally. But I don't know. I hate doing anything.
Here's my thought about the NFC East. I love what Brian Daboll's done in the Giants. He's given Daniel Jones hope. And he's given him confidence that he's never had. Saquon Barkley is a monster when he's healthy. I like what the Giants have done. But let's be honest, Dak Prescott. I mean, they're good in the regular season. It's tough to It's tough to go against them in the regular season. But it's not in Dallas. It's in New York. It's in prime time. Giants win. Giants beat the Cowboys, but it's going to be close. It's going to be close.
So is Steven? Wait, Steven, you the only one that's going with the Giants?
I'm going with the Giants. Yeah.
Well, the Cowboys are favored. Cowboys are favored by 3.5.
Yeah, I think the Giants are going to win.
Who's next?
All right, let's go. Bills Jets. Very interesting. Sunday night football in New York. Giants, Monday night football in New York, Jets. So Sunday night and Monday night football at MetLife Stadium in New York. Very interesting and cool, kind of, actually. for
God, can you imagine the cleanup date back-to-back days from those nasty fans? Gross.
Crazy.
Disgusting.
Bills Jets Monday night in New York. Bonjo, go.
So I took a look at this in the AFC East games that we have, and the winner of this game has a chance to either be the only person with a win in the AFC East or be the only person with a loss in the AFC East. When you take a look at it, the slew of games. But I'm going to say Bills versus Jets. I'm going to say the Jets take this one.
Real quick, because I got a phone call. I say the Jets win.
All right, here's my thought process on this. For me, I look at the NFL and I say the Jets have a lot of hype. They have a quarterback who is coming off 2 years removed from an MVP season.
By the way, Capitan had an old school ringer on his phone.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, you like that? You like that?
That old school rig, bro. I'm like, wait, what?
The Jets.
You like that on myself? That's good, right?
An interesting game there.
It scares me when it goes off, so that's why I know.
I want to desperately say the Bills because I hate the Jets more than I hate any other team in the NFL. But if I'm honest with myself, screw it, man. I'm going Buffalo. I can't pick the Jets. I can't.
Listen,
won't allow me to do it.
I'm
going Buffalo.
To put caveat on why I chose the Jets, I think that the Jets.
I hate the Jets.
The NFL. The Jets are what Buffalo was last year. How they're just the darlings of the NFL. All the calls are gonna go their way. All of the reviews are gonna go their way. They are the darlings of the NFL right now, and the NFL has to be proven right when you prop something up. Look no further than how they did the Bills. On the other side of that coin, the Bills did the NFL dirty last year. They're going to get no calls this year. They were the darlings, made the NFL pundits and people all alike look stupid for taking them there. The Bills are going to have a uphill battle, and I think they're going to take a step back on defense. I know they had a great defense last year. They were top 5, I think, or top 6. I can't remember. And they had a top defense. I think they take a massive step back this year, and the Jets... Aaron Rodgers wants to make it be known he's going to little boy Josh Allen and prime time, and that's what the NFL wants. They want Aaron Rodgers in the Jets.
I'm going to tell you right now, it will be one of the in the last 5 years, maybe 10. It'll probably be one of the top 5 most watched Monday Night Football games.
I'm going to be watching it for sure.
Easily.
It's going to be that good. It might break records. It has a chance to be top watch Monday Night Football game.
So wait, Capitan, you taking the Jets? Is Steven the only person taking?
I'm taking Buffalo, man. So for 2 reasons.
Vegas is with you. Buffalo are 2.5.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to pick the Jets. I hate them. There is no team in the NFL I hate more than the Jets, and I hate them with a passion.
Steven, on the Dolphins, show us where the Jets touched you.
It's the Monday Night Miracle game for me, man. Like, I will forever hate the Jets because of that. I will forever hate the Jets because of that game.
I don't know. Bills fans have always been my biggest nemesis, just because going, to Joe Robbie or Sun Life or whatever stadium it is and watching Dolphins versus Bills, they were the worst. They're spit. They just yell up. I mean, just they're the most nastiest of fans. They're just they're not. They're not at all.
But what about you, Vonjo? Who do you hate more?
Actually, I think I hate the Bills more.
No, it's the Jets for me. It's definitely the Jets for me. All right, let's go to the final game. Miami traveling to Los Angeles. Herbert versus Tua. Only 6% of the country's getting the game, which is stupid. Absolutely stupid, by the way. half of the country is going to get they're going to get the Raiders and Broncos. Half of the country is getting the Raiders and Broncos.
See, again, what did I say about the Broncos? Because it ain't the Raiders. The Broncos are treated like the friggin' they're treated like the Cowboys. They are. They're not even second best in their division, yet they're always look at all the games they gave them last year in prime time. I'm telling you, they favor them.
I don't understand why the NFL is not hyping up Herbert versus Tua. It's crazy to me that they're not. It's crazy.
Worth the price of admission.
Going crazy. All right, Vonjo, let's go with you, man. Dolphins in LA.
Nah, the pod is gonna take this one. Dolphin pod. We got this. And the thing is, we have to win. We have to win. Tell you the truth, because I feel like there will literally be a Twitter and the fan base will implode on itself if we lose this one.
That yes.
But I think we have to win this one. Yeah.
I like watching the imploding. I hate losing though. So like there's a win-win here for me, but a loss at that juncture. I'm taking Miami. I think to be real, I think Mike McDaniel is going to come out hard with the run game. I think it's going to be a force to be reckoned with at points in the season, starting with this week. I think the defense and Fangio and a Christian Wilkins is going to be a game wrecker trying to prove stuff. And I think the biggest reason the Chargers lose, maybe not so much Miami wins this game as much as I think the Chargers lose this game, is because I think Kellen Moore, I do not like the guy. I don't like his face. I don't think he's talented. I don't like his face. I don't like nothing about the guy. I think he's a bum. I think he goes there and takes what they've.
Liberty? You don't like Boise State's own, baby?
I can't stand that guy. I don't like him. I'm so happy that he's not associated with my football team. I think he's a dude that is rid off the coat. I remember, yeah. There was look. I think he's a guy.
What does Mike Tyson say? You have a very punchable face.
Yeah, he's got a punchable face. That ain't no lie.
I just look at your face and I want to punch it.
I think that he goes in there and tries to reinvent the wheel on their offense, and it's overwhelming for Herbert. I think Herbert isn't the smartest guy in the world, and I think they suffer mightily. And at some point in the season, they pull the plug on the system he's bringing there and go back to just letting Herbert sling the rock and push people downfield and dump off. It's going to be the same thing. But in the beginning, he's going to try to be Mr. Guru guy. I'm going to, the notes I've been keeping for the last 20 years, I'm going to finally get my chance to. I can't stand the guy, dude. I can't stand him. I don't like him. So, Dolphins win.
Here's my thought on the game. So, Tua versus Herbert is going to be a fun one. Tua had a very horrible, one of the worst halves you can ever play in football last year against the Chargers on prime time.
Just terrible, Kenny. Terrible.
Just terrible.
Look here,
just
Kenny,
terrible.
It was so terrible. And this year, a big difference is Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio is going to play the defense against Herbert a hell of a lot different than Boyer did. And part of the reason we ended up losing that game, besides the first half of Tua, was the defensive scheme that Boyer called. And this year we're going to have Fangio, and he's going to play that game 10 times smarter than Boyer did. And I look at that and I say to myself, man, I think the defense is the X factor in this game. And Tua has a chip on his shoulder because he's pissed off of what he did last time he played them. He knows he's better than that. He knows he can play better than that. And he's going to play better than that. Because of those two things, and a third thing also being that Tyreek Hill is healthy this time around. He was hurt last year while playing them. He ended up scoring a touchdown, but you could tell he was like after the touchdown.
I gotta stop you right there, Steven. This Tyreek Hill hurt nonsense that I keep hearing about. Where did that come from? I don't remember Tyreek Hill being hurt.
After he scored that touchdown, you could see him hobbling. And before the touchdown, he came out and was getting his leg worked on the entire game. He could not cut. He could do straight runs, and he would come out and get his leg worked on. And he wasn't He was not 100% at all. He was good enough to play a few snaps.
I call BS optics. I'm going to error on the conspiracy theorist in me.
We know you're a conspiracy theorist. I'm telling you now, Dolphins are going to win. And what's the point spread on this game, Vonjo?
I think it's a pick 'em, isn't it? It was
no,
a pick 'em.
It's not. No.
Well, we're playing in LA, so they should.
LA is actually favored by 4.
By 4? Wow.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Wow, so they gave them even more than the 3 points you usually give the home team. Wow.
I'm taking Miami all day, and yeah. I'm thinking Miami. Look, I know I'm a homer. This is a Dolphins podcast. I get it, but man,
I certainly am taking the points.
Dolphins are beating them, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy every second of it.
It's weird because by all the rankings up and down the NFL, I mean, a lot of people have the Dolphins defense in top 5 in rankings as far as talent. The team itself is ranked like 8.
All right,
and the Chargers are all like in the 10s. So,
Cap, real quick, you got the picks in front of you, right?
Yes.
Give me all the ones where we all picked the same and the
all
team
right.
that we picked.
All the ones we picked the same. Okay, So we all have the Vikings.
Okay.
In week 4, we all have the Ravens in week 3. We all have Washington.
You mean game 3?
Game 3. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking ways. Yeah. We all picked Washington to win. Okay. We all picked the Jags to win.
Yep.
See, we all have the Seahawks.
Okay.
And we all have Miami. That's it.
Okay. What were some games where it was 2 against 1?
Oh man. So me and you have Detroit over the Chiefs to start
tonight.
Yep, we have Cincy over the Browns, you and I, Steven. Okay. You and I again have Atlanta over the Panthers.
Okay. Man, Von Joe out here 3 games. He's the lone person.
Von Joe and I both have the Niners while you have Pitt.
Okay.
You and I have New Orleans and he's got the Titans.
Okay.
Von Joe and I have Denver while you have Vegas.
That's right.
That's right. Yep. And you guys both took the Eagles while I went with New England. And then Steven and I took the Bears while you took the Packers, Von Joe. Von Joe and I took the Cowboys and you took what's it called? What the hell are the Giants? Why did I write that? And then Von Joe and I have the Jets and you have the Bills.
Okay. Send me a picture of that. Von Joe, I know you got to get out of here, but give me a prediction. Like, what is there? Give me a high and low of this week. Like, what do you like? Give me somebody that's going to have a monster week or somebody that you think is going to crap and somebody that you think is going to crap the bed that everybody's hyped up on.
I don't know because I'm just, to tell you the truth, I haven't really thought about it because I'm just excited that football is back finally and these games really matter again. Tell you the truth. But I think Daniel Jones is probably gonna crap the bed after they give him that money. Right? Yeah, I don't think he's gonna really live up to the billing. Tell you the truth. And high on, I say Hurts show the world that he's the real deal.
Okay.
And runs it back.
Hey, Cap, Cameron just sent me his picks. Chiefs, Browns, Ravens, Vikings, Falcons, Commanders, Jags, Steelers, Saints, Broncos, Eagles, Seahawks, Bears, Giants, Jets, and he's picking the Chargers to beat the Dolphins.
Wow, what a turncoat, bro. What a turncoat.
Dude,
get this man out of here.
That got dark.
I see why he didn't show up to the show today. I see why he didn't show up to the show today.
It got dark real quick for him. I'm going to send that to you so that you can put it on the thing.
Yeah.
Listen, Steven, I'm running 3 minutes late. I got to get out of here, brother. This was fun. Truly appreciate you having me on. Capitan,
no problem, man. You were good. You were
later,
great.
Von Joe.
Love you, brother. Be good, man.
And hey, I didn't even work up a square jar today. Look at that.
Look at you.
Yeah. I think I slipped
You guys
once
have a
or
great day,
twice.
Man.
All right. Love you, Vonjo. Be good, man. Do you have a little bit more time, or you got to get out?
I got to get jetting too. But I will say it's going to be nice coming Tuesday when I look back and I slayed everything and you guys are, terrible. So I can't believe you.
I think there's 2 games we have different, you and I.
There's enough for me to win. That's all I know. There's enough for me to win. You took Pittsburgh over the Niners. You and Cameron. I can't believe you guys. What's wrong with y'all? The Niners going to lose to Pittsburgh? They literally have the better defense.
It's in Pittsburgh. And I have a difficult time rooting. I have a difficult time picking against Tomlin because every time I pick against Tomlin, it goes horribly wrong.
So that's your Cowboys. So I got you. Because to me, every time I bet on the Cowboys or bet against them, everything about that.
It's always the opposite.
I've never hit one way or the other on that. I hate it. So
it's going to be crazy. All right, Cap, tell the people what you guys got going on, where the people can find all your amazing content.
Man, I mean, it is, other than this time slot that you've got, early mornings with Top of the Tailgate, we got, midday stuff with, crypto and color, and I'm still the boys in the afternoon with Shake and Lou and everybody coming around, and then KP's running fantasy, TMI Tuesdays at night, and myself doing all the night stuff, calling games on Sunday. We just got stuff all over the place. So at the Fins Tailgate, you guys know, it's where it's at.
Hey, real quick, I gotta play. I just gotta show you this real quick before you go. So Pat McAfee, ESPN said yesterday that they're going to put his show on tape delay because of the cuss words, right? Right. So
Yeah.
look what he just posted on Twitter. He said the following program is a collection of stooges talking about the happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic, informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching this show any further. Cheers, Pat McAfee. P.S. Don't sue us. I love it. I love Pat McAfee. He's the man.
He puts on a great show and a great program. That ain't no lie. But
hey, Cap, thank you so much for coming on today. I love you,
yeah,
bro.
no problem, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. And
yes,
we
do.
do.
Of everything when you get.
I will. I'll get a pic of it.
Info in.
All right. Good luck reading my chicken
brother.
scratch. All right, man. See you later.
Easy, man. Bye-bye. All right. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Did y'all enjoy the show today? I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I liked hanging out with y'all beautiful people. Y'all are the best fans in the world. I don't care what anybody says. So if y'all need help with anything or need anything, hit me up at Stephen D. SKPL, spread kindness, positivity, and love. Just so everybody knows, I went back through the band people in the chat that people with a wrench might have ousted. Everybody's back, including Bills fans. The Bills fans that I put everybody back. So I just want that thrown out there that Steven put everybody back. Okay, so everybody is officially back in the chat. And if you're not today, you should be tomorrow. So just know that. I really appreciate Cap and Von Joe for helping me out today. Tamaris and Cameron will be back next week. Should be a lot of fun. And we should be good to go. And it was good, man. It was good. So I love y'all. Y'all the best fans in the world. If y'all need anything, always come to the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. This is where you get the best content around. Shout out to the Fins Tailgate. Shout out to Von Joe. Y'all the best fans. I said that like 20 times, but y'all are. I'll say it again. Dolphins fans are the best fans in the world, and it's not even close. I love y'all. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. If you guys want to donate through Cash App or PayPal, the link is in the description. I'll actually drop it in here, and you guys can do that as well. Tomorrow is Spread Kindness Friday. I'm going to have my man Jason Sarney on with me. It'll be a lot of fun. To people that are out on the West Coast going to the game, I see Maria's there. Mwah. Maria, have fun out there. I saw y'all in the plane heading out to the game this weekend. Have fun. I know Andrevius is on a plane heading over there. Rashad's going to be there. I think Noob's going to be there. Y'all have fun over there on the West Coast. You'll see Solo D. Should be good. Enjoy the Left Coast game. And we'll see y'all right here tomorrow on Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show. Peace.
They say tour from that rock. Shout out to some more, and now it's time to lay the smack down. You think he Dwayne Johnson? Time to be the people's champ. Hit him with the people's elbows, sit together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no, all day I dream about sports. I think I need some shadows, custom with some Dolphins colors, just to let them know we here. Yeah. I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Vince for life, we throw the